Hey everyone, I'm Thomas Lewis, a systems architect here at Cisco with Atlanta Select, and welcome to another Cisco Quick Hit video. Videos designed to provide you with maximum content in just a little bit of time so you can go about your day a little wiser. Today's discussion is around Cisco's approach to a secure remote workforce. As we all know, COVID-19 changed many aspects of our lives and how we do our jobs. And as we make the transition back to normalcy, we know one thing's for certain, and that's remote knowledge workers aren't going anywhere. And with that in mind, it's important for IT organizations to provide the appropriate tools so remote workers can perform their roles with the rich experience they expect while enforcing security wherever they are. So in this piece, we're going to have two separate demos. One is going to be a day of the life of an IT user. In this case, it'll be Anita, and then we're going to switch personas over to look at a day in the life of the engineer, maybe supporting Anita. So here we have Anita's desktop, and if we look, we can see she's going to open up a browser, and she's trying to go to an internal site, corpdcloud.cisco.com, and obviously this site can't be reached because she's not on the internal network. Switching gears, she's opening up a new tab and she's trying to go to a site called internetbadguys.com. And this was automatically blocked by Umbrella. So we can see that roaming profiles are working. And even though Anita may not be in the corporate office, the same security policies that follow her inside the office are now available wherever she's roaming outside. So coming back, let's see about that VPN piece. So we can see that we've opened up Cisco AnyConnect. Anita's trying to connect. She's putting in her appropriate credentials and logging in. And with this, we see Duo pop up. So Duo is our multi-factor authentication tool, and it's going to send a push to Anita's phone so that we can prove Anita is who she says she is so that she can have additional access into the environment. So she gets that push, and we see on her phone that there's a login request, and she can either approve or deny this. So in this case, she obviously needs access, so she approves. We finish up with login and establishing a connection, and now we're on our VPN. And now we can come back to that site that was once not available, and once we reload, we can see that we can hit this internal portal. So as Anita's going about her day, we noticed that her soft phone is going off and with Webex, and Charles Holland's trying to give her a buzz. So Anita's busy, so she declines it, and then we see immediately within Webex, Charles is reaching out and sending a file that says, "Hey Anita, here are the projections. Check them out." Sales projections looks like a Excel spreadsheet or something to that effect. But when we go to download it, Webex Teams automatically finds that this file is in fact malicious, and we do not have the ability or are prohibited from accessing that file. So switching gears, let's take a look at the engineer who supports Anita. So in this case, the engineer has access to Umbrella, and we can go over and look at these active roaming clients, which one of them is obviously Anita. We can see that here. So we see that her workstation is in fact protected. And if we open this up, we can see what type of operating system it is, what type of client they're using for connectivity. And then we can also see what type of policy is being enforced. So it's our security everywhere policy. And we can drill down and find more information regarding this piece. So we could see what's allowed, what isn't allowed, if they're leveraging things like SIG. But we have all of that information available here so you can easily consume it. Coming over to our overview, we can actually see the sites that were also blocked. So you remember before Anita went to internetbadguys.com. So if I open up, I can drill down and we can actually find this bad domain, and we can see that it hit Anita's machine, which is workstation 1. We see that it was blocked because of it's fallen into the category of malware or phishing. You can easily hit this icon on the far right and start doing an investigation. So we can see internetbadguys.com is a very, very naughty site. We can drill down and see exactly when it was happening within our environment, the different users that may have been accessing it. where we can see it across the globe. And then we can also see different types of SHAs or things, observables that come from this domain. So if you wanted to do additional investigations or threat hunting, you could easily take this and search your environment to make sure that you're fully protected. Switching over to another tool, we saw Anita earlier leveraging Duo for multi-factor authentication. This is the Duo dashboard, and we can see what happens when we come onto this main screen. We can see our authentication logs of who was enrolled, who's been granted access, who was denied. We can also see things like the operating system or other things that were going along with that. And we can also look at device insight. So it's not just protecting the user's identity, but the devices that we use to ensure that that user is who they say they are. Maybe we want to make sure that they're running on the appropriate operating system or iOS. And here we can see Mac, Windows, Android, iOS, and here we have one that's out of date. If we select this, we can actually find the user, and this could be Anita, that is running or outside of compliance. And you can set up your different types of profiles to either stop those people from being able to log on or setting up something to say, hey, you've got some time that you need to fix this. You can customize this to however you see fit. We can also increase on what we want from an authentication standpoint. So we can even edit global policies to start doing additional authentication parameters. So maybe you want to leverage things like full disk encryption. Maybe you want to do biometric scanning. You can do that all from within here to increase the policies or of your policy to make sure that they meet the security parameters. So we also have Webex Control Hub. So this is our solution which allows you to manage services, users, provision devices, view details and analytics and reportings from different meetings. So remember earlier where Anita got a call on Webex from Charles Holland. Charles was trying to send her a file through Webex. That was a bad file. It's probably safe to say that Charles is most likely impacted with some type of malware virus. But let's say that Charles actually called in earlier and said that he was really having a problem with a poor experience and a call to a Lance Ford's personal room. You can easily come into Control Hub, find that conference ID, and start looking at the call. We can see all the different users that were there, their overall experience from video and audio. I can find Charles Holland here, and clicking on this, I get to see his overall experience. I can also see what he was leveraging to connect to this conversation or to this meeting. And as you can see, this also provides very, very rich telemetry on the audio, the video, the latency, the packet loss. And if we scroll down here to the bottom, we can actually see that one of the big problems Charles has experienced is high CPU usage. And that's most likely because he's been hit with some type of malware. Now, if we click on this services side, remember that the file that he tried to send that was in fact malicious. We can actually see the different malware that's traversed our environment or tried to traverse our WebEx persistent chat piece. And here we can actually see what's been blocked. So if you wanted to do some additional threat hunting or some type of reporting, you can easily come here, select the date and range, and then download that information directly to a CSV. So today we saw a lot of different tools that help make up Cisco's remote workforce ecosystem. We saw AnyConnect, which provides VPN connectivity to important business applications. We saw Duo, which provides multi-factor authentication to ensure user identity as well as device posturing so that the right people and the appropriate devices are on your network. We saw Webex, which is your one-stop shop for soft phones and persistent chat with end-to-end security that comes with antivirus to ensure the files being shared aren't malicious. And then finally, Webex Control Hub. And this allows you to manage your services and users, provision devices, view detailed analytics and reporting of meetings, and configure security and compliance policies. So I hope you found this video beneficial. If you have any questions about these tools, please reach out to your Cisco sales team for more details. Thank you for your time and be well.